Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Dee. Today I'm going to flip through books and or movies that I watched in 2023. Guys, this has taken a beating. I wish I could say I had used it every single month, but as you guys will see as I continue to go through this. So if you want to see this put together, how I covered it and everything, I'll try to remember to put the video to that. It's my reading journal. Right here from the front page, it tells you book goals. So I had a goal of total of 55 books. And as you can see, I stopped at 24. But I really want to say 25 because I did read the entire Bible. Even though I finished the Bible on January 2nd, 2024. I'm counting it. That was 25, so I didn't reach my goal. That's okay. And then this was for January. So January, and I have this little quote here. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. A Tale of Two Cities by Mary Ellen R. Okay, so books I read. The first book of the year was The Light We Carry by Michelle Obama. And then I read My Name is Ona Judge by Suzette D. Harrison. A River in Darkness, One Man's Escape from North Korea by Masaji Ishikawa. Yeah, that was very good, very interesting. It's a true story. So this, I put the arrows because actually this was the second book, and then this was the third book I read. Then I read Pont Neuf by Max Bird, and I was surprised because this book, people had crazy, not so popular reviews on it, but it was interesting. It's historical fiction. People said it had so many curse words in it. Not so many as there can be. And then I read The 12-Week Year, Get More Done in 12 Weeks Than Others Do in 12 Months by Brian P. Moran and Michael Lennington. And then this is just a little summaries, and this is one of Michelle Obama's quotes that she likes to say, go high, and she talks about that in the book, and so I made some notes there. Then for Ona Judge, I see that was a Kindle Unlimited book, 6 hours. I started at January 16th, and I didn't do any notes on it. I don't know. I thought I was starting off okay, and apparently I still didn't do that great as far as keeping up and doing notes and things like I usually like to do. So this is Pont Neuf. That was from Audible. And A River in Darkness. That was, I did just the stats on it when I started and finished. Didn't get to the note part. And then here's the 12-Week Year. And I did take some notes on that. And that was only 4 hours, 48 minutes. I sped it up. I put the speed higher so it could finish. And then February, I read, well, this book I purchased, I ended up giving it to my granddaughter. So I didn't read that one, but I would like to go back and read it. It's supposed to be historical fiction on Black people's lives during a certain era in the United States. And then I read The Harlem Shuffle by Colson Whitehead, Attention by Rob Hatch, The Power of Simple Decisions in a Distracted World. And this one I started, but I still didn't quite finish it. Shut Up and Write the Book by Jenna Morrissey. A step-by-step guide to crafting your novel from plan to plan. I still have that book here, so I still need to get finished with that one. And as you can see already in February, I started crossing. I had books down here in case I read the 4. That's what I try to do, read 4 books a month. And then if I can get an extra one in, but I ended up crossing that one off and tried to carry it over to the other month. So this, I didn't do any notes, no notes, just put the titles. And when I started and finished, oh boy. All right, so now we're going to go over to March. Here's a little quote. Nowadays, people know the price of everything and the value of nothing. Oscar Wilde. And the books I put on here was How to Own Your Own Mind by Napoleon Hill. The Fiction Formula by Sean M. Platt and Johnny Truant. And I finished that one. I like that. I started it early, but it looked like I didn't even finish it until like May. No judging here. And then this one, Church Boys 2. Because I think I originally read Church Boys 1, and I don't know why I didn't write that one down here, but Church Boys 2, When Things Go Wrong by H.H. Fowler. And I finished that one in May. And then Dust Bowl Orphans, I just never started it. So again, no notes. So you guys know what happens with these pages, right? If you're used to my channel, I refurbish them. I just tear them out and use them for something else on another project. So here's April. In April, I didn't even write any books anyway. And then I put The Compound Effect here by Darren Hardy and Multiply Your Success One Simple Step at a Time. But I didn't read it. So I didn't even put a list of words, no quote. So here's some more blank pages, guys. All right. And then May, I tried to rev back up. And here's a little quote from May. You can never get a cup of tea large enough or a book long enough to suit me. Oh, boy. I forgot to put who wrote that. How did I do that? Forgot who put that quote. Sorry about that. I have to look it up. Okay. And then for May, I put How to Own Your Own Mind by Napoleon Hill. Okay. This is where I read Church Boy 2. So this one is incorrect. This should have said Church Boy 1. I know I've read the first book. Yeah, that should be say 1. All right, and then this one. No, why does it says that? I must have read it back here. I must have read 1 back here. I probably skipped it and didn't tell you guys. All right, so here it is. Church Boy 2, Church Boy 3. I read 4, 5, and I read 6 of the books. Yes. So that was good. I read those in order. I was so excited. Very good writing, very good story. Just, oh man, it was so much. Just, I love it. Just twists and turns and drama. It was very good. I really enjoyed it. And then I put Dust Bowl Orphans here in pencil. So I started saying, okay, I'm going to write in pencil, and just in case I don't read them, I can erase them. Well, that one didn't get read. Not read. The Compound Effect, not read. So I carried those over into June. All right, so here's some notes from How to Own Your Own Mind. And then here's the page, the spread I was doing for Church Boys. Okay, so Church Boys. So it's 1, and then another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Didn't do any notes on it. That's where I'm strong. Usually I do notes when I'm reading. I usually have a pen in hand and sitting down and reading along. I don't know. Maybe I was driving or doing something else. I don't know. Or sometimes I piece together puzzles or do crafts while I'm listening to an ebook. Most of these, so far, all of these are ebooks except for Shut Up and Write the Book. Okay, and it's a couple other that was hard copies, but I didn't read them anyway. So here's June. If one cannot enjoy reading a book over and over again, then there is no use in reading it at all. Again, I did not put I didn't put the person that wrote this quote. I got these quotes off of online, so there you go. All right, so June reads The Advocate's Betrayal, book 2. So I read that in June. The Advocate's, I carried that one over. The Advocate's Dilemma is book 4. So I did read this one. And because I had read book 1 a long time ago, and I met her in person some years ago, and she's like already on book, I believe. Oh, yeah. But her books are really good. She's a child advocate, a lawyer, I believe. So it goes in alphabetical order. So the first one was The Advocate, then this is The Advocate's Betrayal, The Advocate's, because I think she had one title and then she obviously changed it, because I remember The Advocate's Conviction. I think it was Conviction, then The Advocate's Dilemma. So I'm still have to pick up, because I'm still never finished The Advocate's Conviction. So I'm going to finish that and continue reading there. And then I put carryovers. All of these I carried over. And still, those I ended up finishing. The rest I didn't, okay? Nothing to see here. Okay, here's July. And then, I started writing in pencil. Had high hopes of reading all of these. So I read these 2. The Dilemma didn't get to. Reckless didn't get to. I started picking books that I already had in my readers, so I could just read those. So books I've had probably for several years on my reader. A couple of them might be new. Like this one is sort of new, by Mary Sayers. It's on Kindle Unlimited, Appalachian Daughter. I thought all of these books have to do with women, so that's where I was headed to. Tobacco Rolls. So I didn't read those. So, and then look what I had the nerve to do. Oh, because I didn't have any room and I didn't want to mess up any more of my doc reads for later. So I put these things that I read in December. Dr. Frederick Casey Price's Concerning Those Who Have Fallen Asleep, Victory and Hope for the Dead in Christ. Yeah, it was just like a little pamphlet by Faith One Publishing. Okay. No notes. So I gotta take time and tear these pages out. And then August, I wrote these. So more books for August. I wrote them in pencil. Daughter of the Pirate King. The Sound Gives is Kindle Unlimited. So by Tricia Levenseller. And I didn't get to read that. Almost Destroyed. Bullets. This is a book I had forever on my Kindle. Bullets by Elijah Drive. Okay. I'll get to those. So all the books I did not read in here, I am going to put them on the list for 2024 for this year. Okay, so September, I was trying, you guys. I had hopes to try to get back in there, but it didn't work out. So September, these are books that I want to read. I just won't even tell you the titles. So I'll carry them over for this year. All right, so this is when I really fizzled out. Yeah, guys. Yeah, so all of these are basically blank pages. So all of those together should have totaled up to 24 books. I probably missed a couple, I'm sure. But, and then, like I said, including the Bible, so it's 25. Better than nothing. Just a minute, guys. I got to see where Kobe is. He just left out of the room. He's left the building. I had to put him outside real quick. So let's start now with some of the movies. Let's see. Well, first, before the movies, this. I'm pretty much going to set up my new reading journal with pretty much the same thing, like genre tracker. So I started in January. Just didn't do anything. I have the nerve going to try this again. I'm going to do it. So fiction, nonfiction, self-help, different genres. And then this is the month that I was going to mark what genre I've read in which month. And then here's my key, my color-coded key, all the book services that I use and like to read my books through. And then I had started color coding. So far, it looked like Audible was winning. And I had even included paperbacks, hardcovers, magazine, podcasts, YouTube. Okay. So that was the book stats there. And then here, that was the extra in case I needed extra pages. And then this was books I purchased. And believe me, I ended up purchasing more books. So this is not an exhausted list. So these are books that I purchased in 23. See, I purchased Ali Abdal's Feel Good Productivity way back in March. And it released, I think, November 27th or December 27th. One of those days, I can't remember, of 23. And I actually already read that one. And then here I was doing the ABC challenge. Now, I could have gone back. I didn't even take the time to go back and fill out all these. I started and didn't finish, but I'm going to do this again. I think it was fun. And then favorite books. So far, I have put How to Own Your Own Mind. This was written way back in the 30s, you guys. It's just awesome stuff with Napoleon Hill. And then I put him again there. And then here was a movie. And I didn't see the ending of this movie coming, the 1001 with Tiana Taylor. That was a movie. Okay, so here's the movies that I watched in 2023. The first one I watched of the year, Downton Abbey. When this came out years ago, I hit and missed, and I really don't have a television, so I didn't really watch it, but I got it on Prime for free, and I watched the motion picture. This was the motion picture. Then I watched The New Heir that came out on Prime in 2022. And then I think I eventually, in 2021, I watched the entire series. Loved it. And then I ended it with these two. Loved it. So glad I did. And then how about that, the lead, the main woman, she was something else. The daughter. Yeah. Anyway, I can't think of her name right now. But then the Kate and Abby Show, that was a YouTube podcast, video podcast. And then Prime, West by Orphan Train. This was something that I learned. Didn't even know this happened in history. Very interesting. Emily's story from 1854 to 1929. And you guys could check that out. I think it was on, it says Prime. And it was a documentary from 2014. It's only about an hour. It's basically how a bunch of orphans were shipped from states like New York, different other states, and they all put them on a train and headed them all out to Iowa. Yeah. And then I watched this one. People had to talk about this forever. I'd never seen it. I watched it. Hilarious on Prime, Bridesmaid. I think I had Prime for like a month for free, and that's why I said, yeah, I may as well utilize it. Then Kate and Abby podcast again, Stop Procrastination and Write. Obviously, I didn't follow their information. And then here's where I went to the movie. I saw House Party. Went with my friends. That was really fun. And then I went to see Megan. Oh my gosh, you guys. January 22nd, I saw Megan. OMG. At Cinemark. And then I went on Netflix. I watched Enough with Jennifer Lopez. I've seen this several times, but I just like it. I like her and I like that movie and concept. Yeah. Then I watched the whole rest of because I had been watching The Walking Dead. A co-worker of mine was telling me how it was, and I had never seen it. It had been on already for a few years. So I started watching it. Loved it. I just love the character base. Once you get past the, the story base and just surviving and decisions, love it. So I watched the whole season 11. Then on Netflix, I Could Do Bad All By Myself. I love Tyler Perry. And then No Ordinary Love. I don't remember who starred in that. Not sure. And then In the Dark. Oh my gosh. You guys. This was on Netflix. I started it February 24th and I finished it sometime in March. It had 4 seasons. Oh, I put riveting, fascinating, wild, fast-paced, addicting. Crazy in a good, funny, bad, weird way. That's what I put. I just loved it. Loved the concept. This is crazy. It's a lot of explicit scenes in there, but once you get past that, just close your eyes. But it was I thought it was very just thought-provoking, very, makes you think in all type of different areas in life. Just, I liked it. I really enjoyed it. And then Tyler Perry's Diary of a Mad Black Woman. This was their movie on Netflix. I like the play better, but the movie is also with Kimberly Elise. seen it several times. Okay, Christina Aguilera. Now I remember when this song and everything came out in the movie, but I never watched the movie. I sat and watched that twice in April. Yeah, sure did. And then this is the movie that I saw in April. I went on for my birthday, 2001. And that was with Tiana Taylor. Didn't see that very good. I really loved it. Very good. Tiana's a beautiful woman, a good actress. It was just very thought-provoking and different. And then I went to the Boney James concert. Awesome. He hit the ground running. And then The Mother by Jennifer Lopez, really good. Queen Charlotte. Oh my gosh. So this was a spinoff of the Bridgertons. I watched the Bridgertons twice. The whole series twice. And then I watched this like twice. Very good. Queen Charlotte. Loved it. So that was amazing. And then the Surrogacy. Guys, Netflix, I don't know if it's still on there. Whoo! This was a series. Oh my God. Yene, she was the main character. And I put strong and graceful. But then the other parts was ruthless. Nora, that was the mother-in-law. Wow. Well, it wasn't a mother-in-law at first. It was just Jenny's child's grandmother. Oh my gosh, you guys. I couldn't take my eyes off. Very great story. Very great concept. Very. Okay, you guys have to check it out. I don't want to do any spoilers. And then this one, Never Have I Ever. So season 4, I love that. Very good. All of these are very good concepts. Netflix have some very thought-provoking, interesting, forward-thinking, different movies to me. That's my personal opinion. Okay. And this was The Perfect Find. I don't even remember that one right now off my head. The Little Mermaid. I went with my granddaughter. It was our little date. So we went August 9th, The Little Mermaid. Oh my gosh. Excellent. Just a minute, guys. If you guys can hear Kobe back there outside yelping, let me go get him in. Okay, then let's see. Transformers. Yay. Rise of the Beast. I went with that. That was my daughter and 2 of my grandsons went. Oh my gosh. My little 5-year-old grandson was, Mama, why is this? Why is this? I kept giving him the eye. It was so funny. Oh my gosh. But he got through it. He was just loving it. He had all these questions all loud right in the middle of the movie. It was so funny. And then here I went to a sister act, a play that I went to. It was called, oh my gosh, it was on stage. It was by a performance arts company. It was so awesome. One of my students said that their parent was in it, or their grandparent did all the costume and everything. Anyway, I went and it was so nice. So here's where I went to Cinemark to see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And I bought a small popcorn, medium, Diet Coke, and that was a me day. I went to the 12:55 showing. And then I also, that was in, let me see, June 27th. In July, I went to see The Flash. And now I'm not really into The Flash. You know, I know about him, I'm familiar with him, but I'm not really into his story. I don't know, but I ended up, I don't know, I didn't watch it too well. And it was pretty busy. And then this Insecure, I watched the complete series. I had heard her name, Issa Rae. Oh my gosh, she is such a beautiful woman, beautiful and classy. I watched that from July 18th to August 20th. Complete series. Very good. Now that one also has got some F-bombs in it and some explicitness, but once you get through that, or just fast forward or turn it off if you don't want to watch it. I really enjoyed it, and I just love her style. And of course her acting is great. Oh my gosh, and her hair. Every scene I was looking for, okay, what hairstyle can I wear this time? So awesome. Her stylist is off the chain. Okay, this one was crazy, you guys. I watched this August 20th. Probably seemed like right after I finished this. River Wild, Crazy Psycho Crazy. That's what I put. Oh my gosh, that's on Netflix. If it's still on there, you guys check it out. I was like, oh, unbelievable. And then here's one, Heart of Stone. That was about espionage. I watched that the next day. My ticket for Flash. Yeah. Senior. That's okay. Then I watched Ray. And I've seen this. I saw this on the big screen years ago, and I've probably seen it a couple of times on television, but I watched it again. I just love Jamie Foxx, and I wanted to pay him homage, you know, because he had a rough year. I believe it was last year too, you know. Yeah. So that's why I put God bless you, Jamie Foxx. He's such a gifted, talented person. I've been following him ever since In Living Color days, if you guys know what that is. He was so funny. Okay, and then I watched The Wiz. I've seen this before, but I never watched it completely from the beginning. This time I did, and it was Diana Ross, Nipsey Russell, Mr. Michael Jackson. It was futuristic and dynamic. So that is you know, The Wiz was on stage play also first, but then they made the movie. And I remember looking up the stats, the information on it, I forgot. But anyway, it's been a long time ago. Yeah, but I loved it. If you guys haven't ever seen it, it's a retake musical classic of The Wizard of Oz. You guys gotta check it out. And then this, The Family Business. Woo! Guys, the Duncans, that was the family. 4 seasons. October 28th through November 8th. It was Netflix here. I couldn't wait to get home to watch it. I think I mainly saved it for the weekends. Oh my gosh, you guys. They sent their kids to mercenary school. The girls, yeah, you guys have to, if you haven't seen it, it's an old, you know, I remember people talking about it, but like I said, I don't have television, so yeah, I didn't watch it then. So it started in 2018. And then Love Again, that was Celine Dion. I love hers. I watched that. Fences, I watched that at the movies before, but I watched it again on Netflix. I love it. And then there's, oh, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. You guys don't know, our family quotes movies, and that's, my son can do the best quotes from movies, especially in part, you don't eat no meat. Oh, you guys. Anyway, that was from 1, but I watched this one, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. I very much liked it. You know, I like 1 better though, but this one was good too. And then The Wolf of Wall Street, September 18th on Netflix. I didn't get it. I didn't focus on it. That's where I made a little note, the movie. But I just like watching Leonardo DiCaprio. Yes, I do. He is such a, just to look at. But his acting is superb, of course. But yeah, I think he's an awesome young man. And then I watched Bright with Will Smith. I can't really remember what that was about. I don't think I got it too much. It was like back and forth. I don't remember what it was about. And then Fair Play, that was a thriller, psychological. I watched that October 6th. That was on Netflix. Don't remember what that was. So I didn't make notes on that. Oh, and then you guys, look, I went to see, not once, but twice. Let me just keep it like this. Barbie. So I went in August. I think I went by myself. August to see it, okay? And then I went when we had our sister day in September, and we all dressed as Barbie. I went to see it again. I love it. You know, if any of you grew up with Barbies, yeah, I know I did. Hey, I had them all. I had a Julia. I don't know if any of you remember the Julia doll. Yeah, and she used to talk too. That was a doll of Diane Carroll's likeness, actress Diane Carroll. Anyway, but I had a Dawn doll. I had, honey, my dolls had everything. Before they had that Barbie house, I used to use my nephews, like toy Tonka Jeeps and things would be their cars. Barbie would be riding, her hair be blowing. So when I watched the movie, I had to watch it a second time because it is so much more than just like fun, but it makes you think, and it brings back some nostalgia, and it just, and I hope, you know, it might not be good for some people, but it was good for me. That was, use my imagination, honey. We didn't afford the big townhouse. I don't think they had all that then when I was young. I would take my dishes, my little metal saucer dishes, and an empty spool of thread that my grandmother was making quilts or whatever, and I would put the little saucer on top of the spool of thread, and then that would be their table, honey. Barbie had all kind of stuff. Just using my imagination. Okay, guys, so that was pretty much where I left off at. Probably missing a couple of movies here, but I did go at the end of the year with my family. We always go on Christmas Day to see a movie, and we went to see The Color Purple, the musical. Taraji P. Henson, phenomenal. You know, guys, if you can't tell by now, I love that. I got that love of movies and music and the arts and stuff from my mom. And yeah, so anyway, that's what I ended up doing, you guys, for 2023. Not much reading as I wanted to do. I'm trying to be on it right now, but I did watch some good shows, and I did relax because I needed to relax and control myself. And that's how I can relax, is listening to music, watching a good film. A comedy is best, but I love dramatic films. I like a combination. I don't like too many scary films, so Megan probably was the only really scary one to me. It was freaky, wow, you know, that I saw in 2023. So guys, thank you so much. That's all I wanted to show you, and I hope you guys enjoyed my reading list. Let me know if you have ever read any of those books that I mentioned, or watched any of the movies or Netflix series that I've watched. Just let me know. I'm curious to know that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try to do this, what I read, monthly, like towards the end of the month. I only read 3 books so far for January, but that's okay. Still have to make the video. Oh, that's the other video I need to do, is to make my reading journal video. Okay. That's gonna take a minute. All right. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Later, Gators.